Hi, welcome to Top Chef University. I'm Carla Hall, finalist from Top Chef New York. Our first course is all about the basics, and this lesson, we're building complex flavors that will wow your guest with simple ingredients. But they don't need to know just how easy it is to do. Any Top Chef will tell you that the cornerstone of delicious stock super sauce is mirepoix, otherwise known as the holy trinity of onions, carrots, and celery. It may not sound like much, but this simple combination of aromatics provides the essential flavor base for a host of dishes, both classical and modern. Mirepoix is the French term for this simple trio of ingredients. Of course, the French would find a way to make carrots, onions, and celery sound impressive, right? And traditionally, it consists of 2 parts onion to 1 part each celery and carrots. In most classical preparations, mirepoix is simply a flavoring agent and is ultimately strained out of the final stock or sauce and then thrown away. Since its final destination isn't on the plate, mirepoix doesn't have to be prepared with the precision required of a julienne or even a large dice. Shape is relatively unimportant. Chunks, half moons, whatever, but in the case of mirepoix, and I hate to say it, but size does matter. The pieces should be cut uniformly so all 3 components cook evenly. A good guide to remember is size should be related to cooking time. A shorter cooking time necessitates a smaller or finer dice. A dish with an extended cooking time, such as pot roast, the mirepoix can be as large as 1/4 of an onion or onion in its entirety if it's small enough. But even though mirepoix doesn't need to look pretty, it does need to be clean. To begin with preparing your mirepoix, rinse the carrots and celery thoroughly, removing any traces of dirt, as I already have here. Now, chop the onion into even 1-inch slices. Okay, like so. For the carrot, trim both ends of the carrot before chopping into 1-inch pieces. And we're going for half the amount than the onions. Let's get one more. It's not completely necessary to peel the carrot. For time-saving purposes, you could easily leave it as is. Now let's follow the same procedure for the celery. Trimming the root end and then cutting them into 1-inch pieces. Most recipes beginning with mirepoix will have you heat your pan with the oil or butter. And then adding the mirepoix or sweating the vegetables gently. As you're sweating them, you're cooking them without browning them until they become translucent, like so. This cooking method extracts the essential flavors from the mirepoix and imparts an earthy, natural flavor into the final dish. This smells good already. While the classic mirepoix is made up of 50% onion, 25% carrot, and 25% celery, there are many variations and can easily be improvised with what you have on hand in the house. No carrots? No problem. You have leeks instead of onions? Perfectly fine. The 2-1-1 ratio isn't an absolute formula either. It's more of a guideline. The aromatics can be made of any combination of the traditional COC, or carrots, onion, celery, with mushrooms, garlic, leeks, fennel, parsnips, shallots, chilies, and tomatoes. And the possible combinations are endless. Some common variations on the classical mirepoix include white mirepoix, substituting the parsnips for the carrots to achieve a clear stock. Brown mirepoix, roasting the vegetables, typically alongside beef or veal bones for a brown stock. And you all will always hear me say, honey, there's flavor in the brown. And the Cajun mirepoix, substituting green pepper for the carrot, is the foundation for many traditional Creole dishes. These fundamental cooking trinities can be found in cuisines from all over the world. Here are a few more examples. Chinese, garlic, ginger, and chili. Thai, galangal, kaffir lime, lemongrass, and in Italy they call it sofrito, but it's essentially the same as the classic French version, made of carrots, onions, and celery. Mirepoix is the fundamental concept in cooking, but remember, the flavor possibilities are endless. So keep your kitchen stocked with celery, carrots, and onions so you can make delicious stocks and sauces at the drop of a hat. But don't drop your knife just yet. In the next lesson, we're going to dive into more veg with leeks, peppers, and mushrooms.